Hi, I'm Ryan Shoney, and I'm the Food Systems Coordinator for the University of Wisconsin-Extension in Milwaukee County. And over the past year, I've also helped to coordinate what's called the SEED initiative, which is bringing 1 million square feet of new community garden space to Milwaukee County. In early July, we partnered with Groundwork Milwaukee and the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Milwaukee to build about 16 raised garden beds. And we had students that were participants of the Boys and Girls Club out helping us to build these beds. These students are also participants of Groundwork Milwaukee's Young Farmers Program, which is being initiated and has been initiated at the Sherman Park Community Garden site.
My name is Nick DeMarsh. I'm a food systems developer with Groundwork Milwaukee. I manage the Young Farmers Program. Just a little bit about the program and how I got started. I used to work at Growing Power, where I worked with kids in gardens. Kids seemed to really be engaged in the gardens when we talked about selling the food, because oftentimes they grew these awesome produce like arugula, and but they weren't really necessarily interested in taking it home. And so just in casual conversations with the youth, I would ask them, what do you want to do when you grow up? And oftentimes, at least with one young man in particular, he talked about how he wanted to own his own business. And when I said, well, what kind of business? He said, well, I don't really know. And that struck me because I thought, well, he's so convinced he wants to own his own business, but he doesn't really know what he wants to do. So I asked him, well, why do you want to own your own business? And he said, because he wants to be his own boss. And when I saw how great that he and many of the young people I was working with were at growing food, because they'd done it for several years in a row, year-round in a greenhouse, I really thought about how, living in a neighborhood where there's so many people interested in buying local food, that they could, in fact, very easily have their own business by growing and selling food to area residents.
Hello, my name is Michael Waite. I'm the Director of Career Development for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Milwaukee. My position with the organization is to help our clubs, our families, our teens, and our younger children be exposed to different career pathways, especially for our high school students, helping them learn the essential job readiness and workforce readiness skills for their first jobs and beyond in the private and public sectors. It gives our young people exposure to something simple, remarkable, and magical that they can help build, sustain, and grow and participate in more activities beyond just sports and recreation. The young people that we assigned to this initiative this summer, some youth workers, they were able to get that hands-on experience and build these garden beds, learn basic construction, familiarize themselves with tools, learn basic engineering, especially with the self-watering beds, which I also had no idea you could make. But going back to the simplicity, all they needed was dirt, water, sunshine, and a seed or a seedling, and there the magic happened 2 or 3 weeks later.
My name is Philip. I work here with the Mary Ryan Boys and Girls Club. I never worked inside a garden before. So, as this being my first experience, it's very tough because I'm doing hands-on things. Like I'm growing, setting up, making sure everything is right. It's very tiring, I can tell you that, but it's very helpful because it's gonna, at the end of the day, I think of it like this. It's gonna help. It's going to help raise money. It's going to help feed the homeless people. It's going to help our Boys and Girls Club, Mary Ryan. It's going to help SEED Extension. This right here is just going to help.
So now that we've built the community garden at Sherman Park, our long-term goal is for the community to continue to take ownership of the garden and for more residents to become involved intergenerationally, from younger residents all the way up to older residents. And for the neighborhood to just really get excited about that space and make use of it as a relaxing, peaceful space to connect with nature, but also a space that they can grow healthy food and save some money in their food budget. And it's also to continue working with the Young Farmers Program and Groundwork Milwaukee and having students come on a weekly basis and take care of their own plots, grow the food, and then sell the food at a reasonable price back to the Sherman Park community so that that food stays in the neighborhood.